is a product of fermentation of barley grains by yeast. Okay, so beer is a product of fermentation of barley grains by the action of yeast. And the process of beer making is called as brewing. So, brewing of beer. Now, beer and ale are principal malt beverages. The process of beer making, in brief, we will be discussing in this presentation. Okay. So, today we are going to study with the process of beer making in brief. The process of beer making is called as brewing, and beer and ale are the two principal malt beverages produced from barley grains. Right. So, in brief, let us study how it is produced. In brief. Right. So, barley seeds are allowed to germinate. Okay, that means what? Barley seeds are soaked in water and then they are allowed to germinate. During germination, the naturally occurring amylases present in the seeds convert the grain starch into sugars. Okay, what is the first step? Soaking the barley seeds in water, allowing them to germinate, and during germination the naturally occurring amylases enzyme present in the grain convert the starch into sugars. The most common sugar present is maltose, and hence this process is called as malting, and the digested grains is called as malt. Okay, so malting is done in the first step and the digested grain called as malt are present with us. The next step is to crush the grains with water and remove the fluid portion, which is called as wort. Okay, so first what we do? Soak the seeds in water, allow them to germinate. During germination, the amylase enzyme present in the grains convert the starch into sugar. The most important sugar is maltose, and the process is called as malting. The digested grains is called as malt. The next step is crushing the malt grains with water and remove the fluid part. The fluid part is called as wort. Okay, the dried petals of the plant Humulus lupulus, called as hops, hop cones, are added to the wort. Okay, so what we do? The dried petals of the plant called as Humulus lupulus, or we call as hop flowers or hop cones, are added to the wort to give it flavor, color and stability. Okay, so petals of the flowers, hop cones are added to the wort and it is boiled. Okay, boiled. The wort is boiled along with the hop cones or hop flower petals. What is the role of the hop petals? It imparts flavor, color, stability to the beer. It also has antimicrobial properties. Hop petals also have antimicrobial properties, and hence it prevents the wort, okay, from contamination. Okay, so because of the antimicrobial properties of hop flowers, the wort is prevented from getting contaminated. Right. Now at this stage, after boiling the wort with hops, the fluid is filtered and then yeast is added in large quantities, right, to carry out fermentation, right. After boiling the wort with hops, the juice is filtered. The filtered fluid is mixed with yeast in large quantities. The yeast that is most commonly used in beer production is the strain of Saccharomyces carlsbergensis, that is bottom yeast. Okay, so if you want to produce beer, you have to add the bottom yeast Saccharomyces carlsbergensis. But if you want to prepare ale, Saccharomyces cerevisiae top yeast is used for ale production. So depending upon whether you want to produce beer or ale, you will be inoculating the liquid with Saccharomyces carlsbergensis or Saccharomyces cerevisiae, right? So inoculate with the yeast. Here we are studying beer production, so the yeast used is Saccharomyces carlsbergensis, that is bottom yeast. Generally, the yeast is taken from previous batch of beer. Okay, it is cleaned and all and then added to the liquid for fermentation. So fermentation then is allowed to proceed. After about a week or so, the fermentation takes place. Okay, the fermentation is over within a week or so. Right. After a week, young beer is formed. So after fermentation is over, young beer is formed. The young beer is transferred to vats or you can say they are actually tanks towards for primary and secondary aging. The aging process may take place about 6 months or even more, right? So once the fermentation is over within a week or so, the product formed is called as young beer or it's green beer. It is then transferred into tanks for primary and secondary aging. The process of aging may take about 6 months or more. Sometimes some of the yeast is left in the beer so that it forms keg beer. Okay. And whether you are producing beer or keg, lager beer or keg beer, the product is preserved at 4 degree Celsius. The thick walls of the keg, the thick walls of the storage or aging tank trap the CO2 that is produced during fermentation. Okay. Now after that, after the aging is over, canning or bottling of beer is done. You have to pack the product in cans or bottles or even large kegs. The beer is to be pasteurized at 62.8 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes to kill the yeast, or it may be filtered to remove the yeast and then bottled. Or after bottling also pasteurization can be done. Some yeast is used to seed the new wort. When you filter, the yeast is removed and the yeast is alive. So the yeast which is removed after filtration of the finished beer can be used to seed the new wort. That means can be used to inoculate the new batch of wort for beer production. Or rest of the yeast can be used as animal feed, or it can be pressed into tablets for human consumption as single cell protein. The final alcoholic content of beer is almost or roughly it is 4%, right? So this is in brief about beer production. So what are the various steps involved in beer production? Malting, mashing, boiling of wort with hops, addition of yeast and fermentation, then maturation and aging of beer, during which we also practice chill proofing, and then finishing and bottling of the product. Okay. So in brief, you can see here this protocol or diagram. We have malt beverage, that is barley grains. Barley grains are first soaked in water. Okay, they are allowed to germinate, which we call as malting, and then they are mashed, crushed to form the juice. The juice is filtered from the lauter tub. Okay, so this is lauter tub. The juice is filtered, which we call as wort. Then the wort is boiled with hops. So boiling with hops. After boiling with hops, again filter it and inoculate with the yeast and carry out the fermentation, during which the temperature may rise and automatically the froth that is formed, the foam that is formed, the heat that is generated all relaxes. The beer is cooled, the young beer is cooled, and then the young beer is stored in kegs for aging and maturation, and then you have the finished product. Okay, the finished product is subjected to finishing, that is filtration, and finally bottling or canning. So this is in brief the scheme of beer production. So dear students, here we have discussed the production of beer in brief. In the next video, we will be studying detailed production of beer, where we'll be discussing each and every step in detail, that is malting, mashing, boiling the wort with hops, addition of yeast, maturation, aging and finishing. So that we will discuss in next lecture.